Yeah. There's a burning bench that we put, like this amplifier is running right now.
Okay.
And we can do up to 6 amplifiers, and they all get like a nice workout.
Okay.
And these are the loads for the amplifiers. So instead of like blasting in the air, the volume is just this space here. Sometimes you can feel it. It's like a little heater.
So essentially, and again, maybe to explain that a little bit more, that's very interesting. Essentially, what is happening here? We've got basically the amplifier is on, and I'll let you explain kind of how you're testing that.
Yeah, we are simulating a scenario that you are playing a gig.
Okay.
Except you are like a really crazy guitar player.
Correct.
Who plays one note and you play it constantly.
Yes.
Like this.
Correct.
So that's the worst case scenario.
Okay, sure.
And then that goes on for over 20 minutes.
Okay.
Right? So if you have an amplifier that is on the verge of blowing up or there's a problem with it,
it's going to happen at that point.
Yeah, because this is really cranked up, it's really loud, except you can't hear it because all that signal goes into that load instead of the speaker. Yeah.
I see. Okay.
But that's basically it. So we make the worst case scenario happen.
And you test normally most products for 20 minutes in this regard?
No, it depends on what product and what we're looking for. What we find that 20 minutes to play one single note
is a long time.
Volume, it's a long time.
Yeah.
Because actual guitar playing is way less than a continuous load. Yeah.
Correct.
Here we have some chassis that are already built. Trademark 60s and Trademark 10s.
And if you could show us the chassis of the Trademark 10 unit.
Actually, yeah, I keep saying 10, but it's a 30.
Okay.
You can see it's very compact. There's a lot of stuff going on here.
Absolutely.
We also use the best technology for transformers, which is a toroid. And a toroid, what it does is very efficient. It's lightweight, and it provides. It doesn't have that sag that you would lose like volume and level.
Correct.
It's very efficient. You're really going to get that 30 watt.
I see.
Where it's very important because it's a fairly small amplifier, so it's a little monster,
Yes,
it really gives you a lot of level.
Fantastic.
And then on the 30, we came up with like little innovations, like folding back this piece of metal. It's just giving more rigidity. You can see on the 30 it's not necessary because it's a smaller chassis, but when you go to a bigger chassis, this really helps to stabilize the product. And sometimes, like we introduce innovations like that as the product goes along, just keep improving it. And here are the finished products. These already had tested. They have like the paperwork, and they're ready to be packed up. And these are like some bass cabinets, Trademark 60s, Trademark 30s. Here are some Power Engine 60s with 212. So this is like a finished product ready to be packed up.
Ready to be packed.
We keep some of the products there, but not all of it. We have a storage area downstairs, and then we have the freight elevator over there, so I can show you that. But as we walk along, we can see here's the assembly of the pedals.
And this is essentially, a SansAmp DI here.
Yeah, that's right, before it's put in.
Fantastic.
This is Matilda. She's my first employee.
Okay, wonderful.
Matilda, say hi to these guys.
Matilda, how are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Very good. Well, it's a pleasure to see you. How is Andrew to work for? Is he a good person?
Oh yes.
Okay. It's a pleasure to meet you this morning.
She knows she'll get fired if she doesn't sing.
I understand. Thank you again.
Today we are doing only bass drivers on this line, but sometimes it's split up that we have a little bit, somebody works on something else. But this is a product we sell a lot of, so it looks like today it's...
Now typically in terms of the hand soldering that is being done, is that typically for the 9-volt connection to the circuit board?
No. Actually the circuit board drops in and we solder the jacks.
I see.
The XLR, these jacks here. Then there's the power supply.
Okay.
And then the 9-volt.
You're making the connection from the circuit board to all the metal work that's prepared. Understood.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. Because we experimented with having like slide-on plugs.
Yes.
But we find that they were not as reliable.
I see. Okay.
And as I said, we always try to improve to make it more reliable. Like people really kick these things around.
Right. Exactly.
For example, the switch is our own design. If you can see. This is a very heavy-duty metal switch, but there is a spring on here which pushes the micro switch. So if you are 300 pounds and you push this down, it's only about less than a half a kilogram that
requires it to activate the circuit.
And that's what the springs transfer, and all that other weight is just goes on the steel chassis. So actually, we built hundreds and thousands of these switches, and none of them ever broke.
Wow.
Where we have one product, the Classic, that we still use a mechanical switch because we just wanted to keep
that
original.
Same design, correct.
And with that, we do have issues. I would say every 400 or 500 switch breaks.
Okay.
Because it's a mechanical piece of device, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Correct.
But you just have to.
It's a function of the operation.
Accept that is
switch.
going to happen. That it's going to break. But these never break.
I see.
Yeah. And also, if you can see, even the battery clip, we use a much better and heavier duty battery clip than most equipment you see. Not only MI, but let's say you buy just some regular consumer audio.
Right.
They have those flimsy
type connectors on them. Correct.
And they break.
Yes, they do.
Guess what?
Yes, they do. It's not good if it happens in your alarm clock and you're late for your 10 o'clock session.
That's right.
That's right.
Alarm clock, good example. They have those really cheapo ones.
Yes,
and you know what? It costs us maybe 5 times more.
Yeah.
But it's worth it.
Yeah.
Because then you have a piece of equipment what is used by professionals, and it's not going to break because of that.
That's
connector.
quality in action.
Yeah.